Hey everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. Monday, what day is it? The 22nd of April. Hope you're doing good. I am doing great. I am doing an afternoon session today. I normally come on at 10 a.m. on Mondays for my mini card classes, but I had a full busy weekend this weekend. It was lovely here in Kansas City. We had great, beautiful spring-like weather. I'm going to turn on my comments. If you're here, please say hello. I'd love to chat with you. I want to make sure I'm where I'm at and where I'm supposed to be. So if you can hear me, let me know. Like I said, I usually come on at 10 a.m. on Monday mornings, but I had a full weekend this weekend, and so didn't really get everything organized the way I want. And we are in the process of getting ready to welcome a new catalog. My catalog came this weekend, so if you are a customer of mine and have placed an order in the last year, I have ordered you a catalog and had it shipped to you if you chose to have that happen. So mine arrived this weekend, so yours should be arriving soon. I can't show you anything inside the catalog until May 1st, but it's really fun, and I've heard some amazing positive comments about the new catalog. Hi, Stacy. Yay! She's able to watch when I'm on in the afternoon. Stacy's my sister. How are you? Um, I'm going to turn my camera around. Put myself in the corner there. I wanted to mention, if you're local to me in the Kansas City area, a week from this, no, I've got everything out early. It is going to be May 9th, Thursday, May 9th. I think that's maybe 2 weeks from this Thursday. I will be having my live in-person classes here at my home in Lee Summit, and these are the cards we're going to make. These are using the new products from the Stampin' Up! New catalog. Now that I am, it's country something. Now I'm on the spot here to tell you what suite we are using. You'd think it would be embedded in my brain. Oh, Country Flowers, the Country Flower Suite. So we're going to be using the paper, the trim, the stamps and dies, and making these 3 cards. So we would love to have you. We have a great time, a great group of gals. You don't have to have any experience to attend, and you don't need any tools or supplies. I provide everything. So we'd love to have you. And this month, during May, I am going to pull out all my retired products. I do this a couple times a year, and when you place an order with me that night or that afternoon, you can choose an equal value of product from my retired stash, and I have boxes and boxes. And when I started the video, I said I was a little behind because I'm getting ready for this new catalog, and I'm getting all the old stuff moved out and the new stuff moved in. So it put me a little bit behind. So that's why we are in the afternoon today instead of this morning. Okay, so those are our cards. All the information, there's a link in the description. You can just click on that, and all the information on that class is can be found at that link. Okay, here's the card we're going to make. During the month of April, I have been sharing different fun fold cards. And so today's card is a rocker card. I have been seeing these all over, and I think they're so fun. You can use any kind of products that you already have to make these cards. They are so simple to make. I use some dies, but I imagine you could trace a circle from a plate or a saucer to create your own rocker card. But if you are a paper crafter, if you are a scrapbooker, if you're a card maker, you want a good set of circle dies, any shape dies. They will be your best friend, and you'll have them forever. I'm also using some retired products from that are retiring. Here we go. Let me pull out the old catalog. This catalog is going away. So I have been trying to pull out some products that are still available because they are going fast. And using some of the retiring products just so you can see. And I did pull out the lace. This is Lace Shops DSP, kind of French. I probably butchered that pronunciation. And it is currently going for $6.25. Here is the sheet that I'm using in my project today. But I'll show you some of the other prints. You get 12 sheets. There's books and paints. Really fun. I would probably use the yellow side, but if you're a reader, which I am, this is a really fun one too. I like the stripes. You know I always like stripes. This one is a good background paper and some more shops. These shops are so easy to fussy cut out. In fact, my card today, I have everything I did except for the circle dies. What I did fussy cut out, or I cut out myself. I did not use the dies. However, the dies in this suite are still available, but the stamp set is not. So I didn't want to share anything that, you know, would be frustrating for you to try and purchase. I'm also using the back side on this card. So I'm using this sheet of the DSP, and like I said, this is currently $6.25. And while I'm talking about that, tomorrow Stampin' Up! Is giving our clearance rack a refresh. And I never know what that's going to look like. It may be wonderful. It may be kind of like, eh. But I'm hoping it's going to be wonderful since it's the end of the catalog year. So you will want to check that out just to see if there's some really fabulous deals to be had. And save you some moolah. Up to 60% is what they're saying. Some products up to 60% off. So I'll be checking it out for sure. Hi, Kat. Hi. Yes, I am on this afternoon. I had a whole bunch going on this weekend. I had grandkids and kids over, and just enjoyed the nice weather. And like I said, getting my studio here reorganized for the new catalog year. So I got a little behind, and so I worked on this card this morning. Now, what I've done is I've taken our deckled circle dies, and what I mentioned earlier, if you are a paper crafter of any kind, you know that your shape dies are your favorites, and you use them all the time, and I love these dies. I don't know how many there are, but there are a lot. And so I used the second to the largest to cut out of a 6 by 6 inch piece of basic white cardstock. I use thick because I am using it as my card base, and I always like that little bit of extra oomph from the thick cardstock. And then since this is not a real easy measurement to determine what the middle is, I just am going to fold it in half. I'm going to line up these edges like a taco and use my bone folder. And it's off a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. Then I took, this is the second from the largest deckled circle dies. I took the next, so the third from the largest, and I cut out from a 5.5 by 5.5 inch piece of the Designer Series paper. I cut a circle out from that, and then what I did, I'm going to show you here because I didn't want to waste another sheet. As after I cut my circle out, I used a little pencil to determine where to cut, and I cut them in half. So I ended up with 2 halves, and this one might be a little big, but nope, I think it's going to work. And then I glued that on as a layer just to decorate that up. And I thought this pattern was really cute. It looks like little gray concrete cobblestones. So that's why I chose that pattern. And that's all the die cutting I did. Like I said, if you don't have a circle die, you could trace around a plate, a saucer, whatever, to get the same effect for your rocker card. But you know what? Like I said before, if you're a paper crafter, you want some basic shape dies. If you're a card maker, a scrapbooker, they will be workhorses in your craft room. I left the back blank. I guess we could have put the other half on the back, but I didn't think that was necessary. We want to get the most out of our designer series paper that we can, right? Kat says she loves to reorganize. She starts that and don't get any cards made. I know. I know. Or I will start doing that and then I'll find some things and go, oh, I need to do something with this. And I'll sit down and play with something for a minute. So maybe that's why it takes me so long. Okay, now to decorate the front, I took a piece of, is this gray granite or basic gray? Smoky slate, not either. Smoky slate, and it is 2.5 by 3 5/8. No, 3.5 by 2 3/4. Is that right? Yes. 3.5 by 2 5/8. There's the 5/8 I was thinking of. 3.5 by 2 5/8. I apologize for that. Now, before you glue that on, and the reason I chose the second from the largest circle was I wanted to make sure my card would fit in an A2 size envelope. So before you glue your layer on, and this is just to give a little, stability and a little platform for all of our little die cuts, you're going to want to do this so you can make sure that it's going to fit in your envelope. Okay. Whoops. And I'm just going to stick a little multi-purpose liquid glue. This is just multi-purpose liquid glue in my favorite fine tip glue pen that I get from Amazon. And on my blog, theplaidpoodle.com, I have a page of craft room favorites, I think I called it. And I have all of the things that I use listed over there that I can't get from Stampin' Up. My friend Betty Holton, she's also a Stampin' Up demonstrator, introduced me to these fine tip glue bottles, and I love them. The glue comes out it doesn't gush out like it can in the original bottle, and it never clogs. I think I've had it clog once, and you just use a little pin to clean it out, but very rarely. Like I said, I think I've only had to do that once, and it was probably because I left the cap off. Okay, there's your card base. Now, you could use a circle. In fact, I began making one, if I can find it. I began making one using a circle, and I'll post it later. I must have stuck it somewhere. Using our Latte Love Suite. It's an online exclusive. Sorry for, oh, here it is. Sorry for my reach and my ugly freckled arms there. Okay, so here's one that I did, and I think I'm not done yet. I was just playing with it. I think I will make my circle just a little bit bigger. I was trying to have it done in time for this afternoon, but Again, when you do these cards, you want to make sure that you space it so that it'll fit in your envelope. And I'll post that one when I get done because I'll probably finish that this afternoon. I just kind of got carried away with these circles. Okay, I showed you the paper earlier. So I cut all these little houses out, or their little shops, out of my designer series paper. I just cut them out. There's no dies for them. And I don't like how big this gray is. I think I did it the wrong size. Y'all, after I already told you what size it is, I'm going to undo it. I like it to be just a tiny bit bigger. So we're going to redo this. And nobody will see what is going on under here. In fact, I will trim some of that off. I thought I trimmed it perfectly. I probably got distracted. I have these dogs that need to go. Okay, it is 2.5, which is what I said, by 3 5/8. And I was sure that's what this, oh, this is 3.5 by 2 5/8. I knew there was a 5/8 in there somewhere. 2.5, 3 5/8. I did it backwards. That's why. Okay, let me grab a piece of that gray. Hold on. I hate to cut into a full sheet of paper. Do you guys hate to cut into a full sheet of paper? I didn't see any real quick in my scrap pile. Let's do this again. So I can get it right. 2.5, 3 5/8. I did it backwards. 2.5, 3 5/8. Let's see if that works. I wanted to kind of frame my building, and it's not. Okay, yes it is. Okay. Oh, all right, let's try this again. Stacy said she just purchased that set of dies and anxiously awaiting arrival. The dies, which dies? Did you do the Les Shops dies or the Deckled Circle dies? I love how I lose everything. Okay, once again, I'm going to take my envelope and fit this on here just to make sure it's going to fit in the circles. You're going to love the circles. Stacy just ordered the circles. I use them all the time. They're really fun to make treat holders and things like that because they have those big, big circles. Kat says, how do I store my small pieces of cardstock? I keep them in the 6x8 cellophane bags and put them with my cardstock of that color. That's a great organizational tip. Since I teach classes and I cut a lot of paper, I'll grab mine. I bought these boxes years ago. I don't know if you can see very well. I'll hold them up. They're kind of I think they're 8.5 by 11, a little bigger than that. I have one for each color family. There is a lid for them so they stack. But I have some shelves in my closet that so I have one for neutrals, subtles, brights, and regals. Those are the 4 color families in Stampin' Up. And then I have just a small little one for the in colors. And that's how I do it. Now I used to organize them in hanging file folders in a, just a plastic file box where hanging file folders can hang. And that worked for me for a long while. I have these Ziploc bags that I got from Amazon. And I use these for everything. I can list these over in my craft room favorites too. But I put a lot of things in here. These would be a little bigger than the 6x8 cellophane bags, but I think if it's working for you, just keep doing what you're doing. You kind of, don't you find you kind of just come up with new ways and new ideas of organization when something isn't working quite right? You kind of revamp it. In fact, I just ordered some plastic bins to put my embellishments in, so I'll share that soon. Okay, this was this little piece of, if you look at the DSP, it was down here. Might have been. And so half of the building was cut off. It wasn't a complete building. So I cut it out, and then I just fussy cut out using my scissor, of course, the little awning, and I popped that awning up. I thought that was kind of cute. It gave it a little dimension. See how easy these are to fussy cut out, because everything's a straight line. So it makes it so much easier. And then I just used a couple of the Stampin' Dimensionals and popped it up. And I love it that this is like a little craft shop. It's got some paint palettes and some paint brushes. I just thought they were so cute. Okay. So that just gives it a little, it looks like the awning is reaching out over the window. Yes, Kat, they are retiring them. Amazon has an answer for you. So I'll send you the link. I'll text you the link, because when I saw that, because I use those 6x8 cellophane bags all the time. And I was disappointed that they are retiring. So I began searching for solutions, and I need to order them from Amazon to make sure I like the thickness. But Amazon does have a 6x8 cellophane bag. Okay, then the next thing I did was I fussy cut out the little planters from the paper. There's several little planters here. So I cut out these buildings. I didn't cut out these buildings. I did cut out these buildings maybe to use for a different project, but they're so easy to cut out because it's all straight lines, which makes it a lot easier. Now these were a little bit more difficult. In fact, don't look too closely. And I just put them okay, you go help him, Kat. Thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you soon. Kat is going to go help her husband with something. I know how that is. Okay, that's the front. And I thought it was busy enough with all the things that I didn't put any kind of sentiment tag or anything on the front, but I did pull out another stamp set that's retiring. It is the Darling Details. The coordinating dies are gone, but the stamp set's still available, and I think it would be a very easy stamp set to use as a standalone stamp set. I had a card set out using this one. Like I said, who knows where it is, but I had a thank you card for a customer, and I could have showed you what it looks like, but you have your outline and then your fill-ins for those flowers. So I don't know if it's discounted or not, but I do have a link of all the products I used today in the description below. So you can click on it and check that out. But I just needed a tiny little sentiment, and I liked this little hello there. And like I said, I wanted to share some of the discontinued things, or the things that are going to go away to make room for all the fun new things. So I wanted to share some of those with you today. But the definite deal of the day is the DSP for $6.25. And if you check out the clearance rack tomorrow and you liked this paper, you might want to add that to your order. This is real pretty background paper too. So, and if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to assist you in that. So if you have any questions, let me know. That is our fun fold for this week. So it's the rocker card, really fun. These would be really cute baby shower cards using appropriate paper and embellishments, but very simple card, just using, we made die cuts out of our paper and then just a stamped greeting on the inside. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will have all the information over on my blog in about an hour. And don't forget about my card class. If you're in the Kansas City area, we'd love to have you. That's it. I'm having trouble signing off. You all have a great afternoon, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.